Let's talk about being able to read a room. Is it a trauma response or an incredible leadership skill? Well, it depends on the come from. So I just learned about this in Korea. They have something called Nunchi, which is a concept of teaching children at a very young age how to read a room, how to know what people are feeling, sense the energy of a room, anticipate people's needs. It makes them just great humans and incredible leaders, highly successful. Being able to read other people is a skill. It becomes a liability when it was actually developed as a trauma response. So many of us are empathic and learned how to read a room to protect ourselves, to keep ourselves safe. We know if dad's about to explode, if this is not the time to ask mom a question, if we can tell that teacher, that associate, that person over there, their energy's off. We adapt, we go along to get along, we become a chameleon. And so this ability to read a room actually becomes draining, becomes a liability versus an asset, because it's more of a trauma response. It's more of like anticipating what someone else needs so that we can be a pleaser, we can leave, we can be a chameleon. Like, what song and dance do we need to do to keep the peace in the room, to avoid conflict, to avoid confrontation? So instead of it being Nunchi, this incredible skill that makes us great leaders and parents and friends and partners, it becomes a trauma response that eventually drains us. So how do we shift it to be more Nunchi, to be an actual skill versus a survival strategy? You got it. It's the inner work. It's the inner child healing. It's the trauma healing. It's the somatic work. It's the embodiment work. It's letting that part of us that developed this skill know that we're safe now. And knowing that we don't read a room to contort ourselves into a pretzel. We don't read a room to figure out who we need to please. We read a room to see what people need, to see what we need, to see what boundaries need to be set, to see what we may need to do energetically. So it's more of a coming in and being like, what is needed here? Versus, there's a problem here and I have to figure out how to fix it. It's a very different come from. The first one creates leaders in your life, in your world, in your organization, in your family. The second one drains you because it's a trauma response. And one of the many reasons I love this work is because so many of our survival strategies and our trauma responses at their core are our greatest gifts. But until we do the healing, they end up more as liabilities than assets.